That was scary for a brief moment as two anti-dairy protesters stormed the stage. It should be noted this would be early in a campaign to have Secret Service protection. That is usually done by a request from the candidate, the nominee to the sitting president. It's a pro forma matter. It is almost always universally approved. Joe Biden knows full well what it's like to live with them, having had Secret Service protection for 8 years and relinquished it when he left as vice president. But a scary moment, and he's got a contingent of security around him. In this case, Dr. Jill Biden stepped forward.
Personally did the wax on, wax off move. I don't think that those particular protesters were there to cause physical harm, but the fact that they were able to get on stage and get right up to the candidate, and it came to the candidate's wife to physically block one from getting to her husband, that's not the way these things should resolve. And so that's a real, I know those, direct action protesters appear at any moment in any televised event and when they're trying to make their case known. But in that case, that's an organizational effort in terms of the campaign and their logistics, that they've got to make sure that the president is being protected by his the candidate isn't being protected by his wife.
Worth noting because it was scary to watch.
Also, it was a pretty good move by Jill Biden. She did the whole wax on, wax off Karate Kid thing in a way that was pretty good.
It was good.
Yeah.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.